I would want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you and you're not doing anything wrong and there's no reason for you to even doubt or punish yourself. Hi love, welcome to Guided by Helly. My name is Helly and I'm guiding you to your dream reality. So go ahead, like and subscribe and get in love because we're getting everything we've ever wanted. If you click this video, it is not a coincidence. There is a message in here for you. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you can get that message. And let's just get right into the video. I 1000% was going to skip today. I was not going to upload. I'm just feeling under the weather because of my period. And I have a tendency to shut the world out whenever that time of the month comes around. Nobody wants to deal with me. I don't want to deal with myself. I love to just cozy up in bed. But if I don't show up on a day that I'm not feeling the best, how can I expect you guys to show up on a day when you're not feeling the best? Especially when I tell you guys like push through and like stay focused and but every time I get a little bit of an attitude, I'm like, I quit everything. I hate it all. I'm quitting. I'm not posting. And then I post on my community tab like, hey guys, not feeling too good. And the truth is, I thought I didn't really have a message, but the message is we still have to show up even on those days when we don't want to, especially if you are working in like a corporation for somebody else where you are not the boss. Like I am very lucky enough, if I don't want to work, I can stay in my bed, but then the work doesn't get done and I don't get any money. So I'm here today to show you up, to show you that showing up is so important. Discipline is so important. I really like. The original reason why I wasn't going to make a video today was because I was thinking about how important rest is, but discipline is just as important, and it's about finding that like little song and dance. I don't know, is that a word that people say? Like, I'm trying to find the balance between the two because Lord knows a bitch can rest. Like, I can take a day off. Like, I have never had a problem with giving myself space and time to take that time off. So maybe I need to pull it back to the center where there is a nice balance between having discipline, which is what I'm having right now. I'm showing up because I have a schedule to maintain, okay? So I do have a message today, and today's message is about finding that balance between discipline and rest. And it is really important to rest. If you are go, sometimes you will be put into a position where now you have to rest, like burnout. That is simply the universe being like, you did not give your allotted days of rest in. You burnt yourself out. Could have been avoided if you just took a day back or took a day off. However, here we are, and you're gonna get that rest in regardless. The universe will make sure that you get your rest in. But you need to make sure that you are getting your work in terms of like, am I like check in with yourself. Am I really pushing hard enough, or am I resting hard enough? Like, am I allowing myself time off, or am I just go all the time? Like, take a little moment to do some self-reflection. The way that you can tell if you are on the verge of a burnout is if you are starting to get annoyed with everything, if you're starting to feel like, oh my God, nothing is ever gonna work out. Or if you're being called to rest, if like you're like, oh my God, I need a day off, and it's just like overwhelming you, and you say like, but I can't, I have to keep going, I have to. Well, the universe is gonna make sure that you get that rest in, so let's just take it ourselves. And I really do feel called to say, because I think that maybe I've been talking a little bit too much about the action of manifestation, and action and inaction, we do need both. Like, there needs to be some inaction in terms of like rest. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm repeating myself already. But it's like, I feel like maybe I need to bring us back to balance, because I really have been talking a lot about the work that we need to do and all of that. And I do need to remind you that this is a journey. I think I say that in every single video, but this is not like a magic wand that you wave so that you can get everything that you want and is happening tomorrow and I bet you if you have been here for a little bit, or if this is your first video, by the end of this video or by now, you are feeling a little bit better about this journey, and maybe you have a little bit more of a clear path ahead of you. Does that mean that you have everything that you want? No, that just means you are on the path and walking in the right direction, which is so important, right? Like, if you want to go somewhere, you got to be going the right way. You're never going to get there if you're not going the right way, or if you're not even in the car, if you're not even prepped, if you don't even have a bag packed and you're not even ready to get on this journey. So I really do hope that the message that is necessary to keep you on your path, it finds you. And ask the universe, say, hey universe, please send me the messages, please guide me, please, and they will guide you. So some of you need to hear that you're doing too much, and I do talk about this a lot, about doing too much. And this video is so contradictory because I do want to talk about having discipline and showing up even when you don't really want to, like you don't have the motivation, but maintaining that inspiration is so important. And I want to talk about making sure you're having enough rest. It's like, you will never be perfect. I'm so fucking sorry to tell you. You will never be perfect, or maybe being imperfect is your perfection, but like you can get close by using the guides that are within you. If you are at a point right now where you're feeling like I am so overwhelmed, I'm on the verge of a fucking burnout, rest. If you are feeling like I haven't really made much progress here and I don't really know what I'm doing, and you're kind of just like beep-bopping along and there is no urgency behind you, you need to find that inspiration. You need to go on inspiration walks, walk around your neighborhood, walk around a nature path that is near you. Walk around a new space you haven't walked around before and use that time to have the universe bring the messages to you. You don't have to go to the messages. You don't have to do anything. This is the piece of attraction, like the law of attraction, that I do like, because we are beings that are able to attract all of the messages that we need. Maybe if you're in a position where you've been resting too much, it is time to start following or even asking for a little bit of a push and a little bit of a guidance. Ask God or the universe or source or whoever for the willingness to have some motivation, because motivation is not like, you can't just do things because you're motivated. You can't just like, you're not just going to be motivated to go to the gym every single day. There are going to be those days when you have to have the discipline and show up, but you also do need to remember that rest is a part of that journey as well. If you are trying to build your dream body, you can't do it without a rest day here or there. So I'm trying to help us find that balance between discipline and rest. And if you lean too far over to the rest side of things, then you're not going to get anything done. If you're leaning too far over to like extra discipline and it's like too structured and like too much, you're going to burn out. So finding that ebb and flow, and what I mean when I said earlier that you will never be perfect, I mean that you will never be like this where they are perfectly even and you just get to walk through life like this. It's going to be a little bit of this. You're going to have days or weeks or months or moments or whatever where you're too disciplined and you cause a burnout. There's going to be moments that now you teeter back, the burnout causes you to over rest. And so it's just about like finding that balance and getting back to center or perfection or whatever. But I would want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you and you're not doing anything wrong, and there's no reason for you to even doubt or punish yourself in your mind because you're like leaning too far. And you kind of, for me, a lot of my life has been like doing too much and then not doing enough at all, and then doing too much and then not doing enough at all. I'm finally at a point where like I was like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and now the centering is like a little dance, you know? It's not as extreme. It's just like a cute little sway back and forth, and that is what I want us to like. That's our goal. I think it's really important for me to say in every single video how much, and I've already said this, but like I need to repeat it, this is a journey. When you are manifesting, I really wish that I could lie to you guys and be like, oh my god, all you have to do is say this thing and write it down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night, and then in 21 days that pony is going to show up at your front door. But that is not manifestation. That is not, I know that's why it got popular, because everybody thought like, oh my god, these are like magic tricks that like get you whatever you want. And yes, at the beginning when you are discovering manifestation, it feels like, it always feels like magic, no matter how long you've been manifesting. Let me take that back. No matter how long you've been manifesting, it feels like magic, but it is not. It is a journey. It is like a dance. It is a way of life. It is actually not even a way of life. It is just how things work. Manifestation being like where your energy aligns and where you focus is what is going to expand, is what you're going to see, is what is going to become your reality. So it's important for all of these pieces, like if you listen to all of my videos together, it almost creates like the course of manifesting, which I am actually working on a book, like an ebook for manifesting, and it's going to be 10 years of manifestation into like such a small, compact, like just all the information that you need. Things that I had to learn on a very long journey that was filled with sometimes a lot of pain, a lot of stupid choices, a lot of smart choices, a lot that has given me the perfect way of describing and teaching manifestation. And I remember, like, when I first started teaching manifestation, I loved it. It felt so expressive. And then I started to see the way that it was affecting people. And maybe, like, I didn't like the results that it was giving to people, and I didn't think that I was able to explain it or teach it properly. It felt like maybe at that time people were just getting introduced to manifestation, so there was a lot of confusion, or I just felt like the information that I was putting out there was causing a lot more confusion than anything. So I stopped, because my goal is never to just make content that goes viral. It's always, like, especially when talking about manifestation, it's always to make sure that these messages are reaching the right people and are being used to heal yourself and help yourself and not harm yourself. Because manifestation can be used to harm yourself. If you're hearing people be like, oh, your thoughts create things, and da-da-da-da, and you start to look at your life and you're like, damn, I don't have a lot of things. Or like, damn, my life kind of sucks. Like, that means that I did this. Like, yes, that is true, but you're using that, you're framing it in such a way to harm yourself and to make yourself feel less than. And that is, like, it can be used for that. Anything can be used for harm, anything can be used for good. Like water, you can drown or you can hydrate yourself. Like, the same thing can be used to harm yourself. And I felt like at the time, people were using a portion of people who were just being introduced to it were kind of using it to harm themselves. And so I may be very repetitive in my videos, and I may say a lot of the same things in every single video, but that's because I think it is so important for everybody to hear when they are utilizing manifestation to create the life that you want. Because again, you can utilize manifestation to harm yourself. You can utilize manifestation to talk more shit about yourself. Like, it's so easy, especially if you come from a place where it was just very normal to hear your mother or your father or your friends or your whoever guardian talk shit about themselves, and then that was a very normal behavior for you. You adopted it, now you're talking shit about yourself, and then you get introduced to manifestation because things are going wrong because all you do is talk shit about yourself, and then you use manifestation to talk shit about yourself. Like, that is what I'm trying to avoid, and that is why I'm very repetitive. And I don't know why I just went on that very long rant. But I would like to let you know that being disciplined and resting, like, it's so contradictive, but it is so important for this journey. It is so important for you to get everything that you want. On Sunday, I am going to talk about cleansing our energies, because I do think that that is also very important, because if we're going to be so in tune with our energy, we need to know how to, if, like, you're aware, like, okay, my energy is a little low, like today my energy is a little low, and my original solution was to hibernate and not make a video and put up a message saying, sorry guys, no message today. But instead, to cleanse my energy, I was like, let me just do my makeup, let me just clean my room. Like, there are things that you can do that can bring yourself to a better space other than just allowing yourself to be that. And like, I have in the past talked about, and I still do believe this, and this is why I get so frustrated, because I'm such a hypocrite. I'm so contradictive. Like, it is really important that you take what feels good and apply it to your situation. So at certain times, there might have been a day, and like, that would have been okay if I had today just decided today's not my day, I'm gonna sit this one out, I'll start over again tomorrow. That still would have been okay. But when I sat on that and I thought about it, I got a message in my mind that was like, just make the video and talk about not being okay. Like, show up like this so people can see. I mean, like, obviously I look fucking fine, and I'm not trying to say that like I'm really down on my look or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I really wanted to skip today, but my heart was like, have some discipline today. Today is the time to exercise our discipline. There's been plenty of days where you've exercised your rest. I just was sick. I was resting for quite some time. So logically thinking, I've had some time to rest. Today's the time to today's the day to show up. And so I did. And I actually feel a lot better than I did starting this video. At the beginning, I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to say, and I don't even know what I've been saying or if it made any sense or if it resonated with anybody. But I'm just happy that I showed up, and that for me already gives me like a couple more energy points. Like, my energy went up. So I'm happy, I'm proud of myself, and I hope that this does inspire you in those moments, for you to take a second and be like, is today the day that I rest, or is today the day that I show some discipline and show up anyway? Because you will never motivation, and when I say that, like, I'm trying to use like the analogy of exercise, because it makes the most sense to me. But like, you will never have the motivation to show up to the gym every single day that you need to. Like, if you want to go to the gym 4 days a week, there is going to be 1 or 2 days every week, every other week, where you're like, I would rather die than go to the fucking gym. And that is where we exercise our discipline, because we've already allotted time for rest. Like, we're only working out 4 days a week. There are 3 days of rest in that week. So if there is a day and I am saying I need to maintain my discipline of showing up 4 days a week, then it's time to exercise some discipline and show up on those 4 freaking days a week. Okay, if I had been showing up, this is where we use logic, if I had been showing up to the gym 4 days a week for 6 months, and there's a day where I'm like, I don't give a fuck, I'm quitting it all, I hate everything, oh my god, blah, 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 but we needed to do those 4 days, maybe because we've been working really hard for these 6 months, it's time to add a little extra rest. So it's like the dance that we're doing. But I can't answer those questions for you. I can't tell you if it's time to have some discipline or if it's time to have some rest. I'm only telling you that both are necessary and both are okay. Do not be the person that shows up over and over and over and over and over again with no rest, and they're here and they gotta show up and they because you will burn out and the universe will make sure you have that day off. And then you won't be able, while you're resting, you're going to have to really recover instead of actually just resting. You know what I mean? So it's like you're going to be having to kind of like do a little bit of work in your body. Your body's going to be so burnt out that it's like so depleted that you have to bring yourself up, rather than like discipline, rest. Wait, no, I don't know, but I was trying to use an analogy, and we don't need another analogy, but like, well, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm trying to say, you know exactly what I'm trying to say, and I don't know who this message was for, but it was for somebody, and I'm happy that I could show up and bring that message to you, and that is all I have. It's a shorter video today because that's all I have, and I'm gonna give you what I got. All right, I love you so much. I will see you guys on Sunday. On Sunday, we will talk about cleansing our energy and maintaining a nice, clean energy within, so that we can just be the best versions of ourselves and get our dream reality to us, okay? So, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you coming to me twice a week. I post every Sunday and Wednesday. Once again, just letting you know so you can show up when it's time to show up. And that's all. All right, love you. Mwah.
Sugar, honey, I see it. If you want some sugar, he ain't getting nothing.